Hi there folks, welcome to RRTV's second coverage of the Bathurst 12 hour. My name's Bernie Weemers and we're joined in the commentary box by Adrian Jarvis. So Adrian, let's update the viewers on what's gone on. Looks like we're under yellow yet again, and we'll take them through the different classes.
Sounds good, Bernie. Yeah, under yellow again. This time we've missed a little bit of the action. Looks like nearly every car dived into the pit lane, so this is going to mix it up a bit, Bernie, and it looks like we probably get another yellow straight away, so we might not have missed anything yet.
Yeah, that's exactly right, but we'll have a look at the Class A at the moment. We have Reece Gardner out in front at the moment in the Dayco HPD. They were running up in third when we left them today. Josh Burton doing a fantastic job. He's been up and down the field all day, back up into second position, and hopefully he's got his pedals sorted out. We've got Martin Davis in third at the moment, followed by Scott Connors in the G&T HPD. At the moment, in first in Class B Riley's, we have Michael Schreier. He is one lap up to his nearest competitor, which is the Riley driven by Brad Newman. We saw earlier today that car was in trouble, Adrian, up the top of the mountain.
Yeah, probably one of the few that we could say that has been in trouble. A lot of them have been in trouble today, except for the couple of HPT boys. But look, they're all doing a good job, and I'm sure we're going to see some more action soon.
Yeah, definitely. Now, looking at Class C, this is where all the action is, folks. We've got Clayton Brooks out in front at the moment. And the next competitor is Terry Marwood, some 16 seconds down the track, but in the IRFF BMW Z4. As we come back down to green, folks, so we've had a number of retirements while we've been away. We've lost the Redback Racing HPD that was running in third position at the time with Simon Eriksson. Warren Pickering was driving that. It appears they've had a hardware failure and have retired from the race. We've also had the Torque MP for McLaren. Jay Kennedy was behind the wheel at that point. He has also retired from today's race. A number of cars are in trouble but circulating. We've got Stuart Hall some 30 laps down, Santiago Pedrosa in the Redback Racing McLaren some 25 laps down, Colin Mason Hayes, he is 20 laps down in the Riley. That car's looking very second hand, I must say. Also 20 laps down is Craig Dorr and Henry King, still circulating but 18 laps down, Adrian.
Yeah, 18 laps down, Bernie. A bit much for those guys to do something from there, but look, they're still getting out there, practicing, putting the laps in. Makes it a little bit interesting for the drivers to get around, but look, at least they're still out there and circulating and showing their sponsors or their team and just enjoying the race for what it is. So good on them, and keep going.
Yeah, definitely. And with the race this long, you know, they're not even halfway yet. We've still got 6 hours and 31 minutes to go. 18 laps down. They don't give up. They can still possibly improve that position depending what goes on up ahead of them. So we're having a look at the moment. It looks like we've got Scott Connors from G&T Racing in front at the moment in Class A, followed by Reece Gardner in the Dayco HPD.
Yeah, Benny, that was quite strange. The GT guys, G&T racing guys there weren't even in the lead before the yellow flag there that I was aware of, and they've come out in the pits in front, so good job, unless they dove through the traffic a lot better, but good job there by those boys.
Yeah, definitely. It could have also been the overlays waiting for them to update. When I got on earlier, I noticed things were sort of whiting out as usual, but things are sorting out now as we join the leader, Reece Gardner, going up the hill. It looks like Josh Burton's right behind him too.
Yeah, Benny, that's second and third actually. So yeah, Josh is in there giving a go again. Had a little bit of a moment the lap before with a BMW. It come together, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with those guys. Josh hit the rear of that car. It looked like it turned in on him. So look, we'll see what happens there. A bit of action happening already, and they've got to file through these GT3 cars, which is helping Josh to hang on to Reece here at the moment.
Yeah, definitely, and this is an example of never giving up. We saw earlier today, we thought it was game over for Josh Burton as his pedals failed and he dropped a long way down as they carved through the GT3s down Conrod Straight. But, they've got that sorted and they recovered, and now they find themselves in second position.
Yeah, Benny, it's a credit to these boys. Like I said, he's still the driver of the day for me at the moment. We're only 5 hours into it, so I can't see him taking that off of me today. Just for the fact that he drove from the pit lane, worked his way up, got the yellow flag when they needed it to catch him back up. Had a few issues later on and got another yellow flag and worked them way back up again, and here they are in third position. So doing a good job, and look, it's going to be right down the wire. These guys are doing a fantastic job today.
Yeah, and we saw this last month at Daytona. The HPDs were closely battling all night, and it appears it's continuing on today.
Yeah, it looks like Reece has just got a little bit of metal here on Josh at the moment, so probably Reece is a little bit quicker, Bernie, I'd say, at the moment. But I believe they've all got fresh tyres, so Reece's car is probably handling just a little bit better than Josh's at the moment. Yeah,
by about 200ths of a second at the moment. But way out in front, we have Scott Connors. He's pulled that gap out already by 7.2 seconds, so I guess that's because the others were buried in traffic.
Yeah, more than likely, Bernie, and they're coming up to traffic. It looks like Reece is caught up now because poor old Scott's got stuck behind a few GT3 cars there, so it shows you what traffic does across the mountain. If you can't get through them, you get caught up pretty quickly by the other HPD drivers.
Yeah, well, that's the nature of this sort of racing, isn't it? The gaps ebb and flow depending on the traffic, and both of those guys have cleared the traffic, but it'll be interesting to see if Josh Burton can. It doesn't look like Josh is going to catch him. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but does his car look a bit slower compared to these other two?
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was getting there that quick, was he? He certainly wasn't having the straight line pits, and he's in the pits. He must have got damage from that contact earlier, Bernie. That's a bit bad luck for those guys. Might have a bit of aero damage there at the front.
Definitely. We'll jump back and we'll see if we can find out what occurred, folks.
It was just after the restart, Bernie, so be a couple of laps.
Okay,
he got. Looks like he got a pit lane penalty.
Okay, well, we'll wait to see what race control has to say about that. In part one, we're talking today, folks, about how you can contact us. We've got Twitter set up, so if you wish to contact us during the broadcast, you can send a hashtag, so it's hashtag AECB12. It's in the top right hand corner of our screen, folks, so by all means, if you want to say anything, be nice, keep it civil, and send us your tweets.
Yeah, Benny, just it's a little bit more excitement for our broadcast. So, hello everyone that's watching. We got a couple there watching again, so much appreciated, everyone. It's good to have people watching and enjoy this race as much as we do. So, look, you can't take it away, can you, Bernie? This racing is so realistic, and who would ever thought that you could get that in esports?
Exactly right. I was showing my daughter earlier when we went off air, and she thought it was exactly like watching the real Bathurst last week. She rolled her eyes still.
Yeah, Benny, we've had a bit of a coming together here at the cutting. We've got Christian Hinton and Tim Fultz had to come together at the cutting there, Bernie. Probably was a little bit untidy coming out of the cutting.
Okay, we'll jump back and see if we can catch that that action, folks. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can at this stage, so we'll go back live. Sorry guys, I can only sort of find the replays if they go off the track, but we'll try and get those pictures to you as soon as we can.
Yeah, that's the problem in it, Bernie, because there is nowhere you can get off the track there. He's just looped it at the cutting as he was getting into it, so it's turned around and he's looped it, and I'm just trying to catch. He's sitting there. Oh, I've lost him, so I've lost his feed, so he must have blanked out there. And just one of those things, Bernie. Just unfortunate someone else has got there at the wrong time, so bad luck to those boys.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll have a look at the top three in each class now. So we've got Reece Gardner.
Bernie, Reece Gardner is in big trouble, big trouble. There's no front nose on that thing, so he's lost it at Skyline. Got to get back and try and get to see that one, Bernie. He's off the track there.
Definitely, I'm having a look now.
Jeez, we've come back, Bernie, and it's all happening. There you go.
Caution. To make a protein shake or
Okay, we're having a look at this now, folks. The replay, he has been flashing pretty badly, so we may not get to see the impact of this. Yeah, he just blanked out on my replay here, Adrian, but his car is an absolute mess. The driver's out. We'll have to see if this is the end of their day or if they've got any fast repairs, but that has definitely brought out the yellow flag, guys, so we'll keep an eye on this drama as it unfolds.
Yeah, unfortunate for those guys. They were looking so good, weren't they, Bernie? Trying to recoup from Daytona last round and doing a fantastic job. And just a shame. We had Reece up here earlier, didn't we, Bernie? So something looked like he just had a net issue there, and unfortunately it's gone into the wall. Gee, I can't even get to the replay, so bad luck for those boys. I know they were doing so well too today.
Yeah, he was having net issues as he came over the top of the mountain, and as we've seen in previous broadcasts, what can happen is if you drop out, before you know it, folks, you find yourself in the wall very hard, which is what I think's happened to Reece Gardner at this stage.
Yeah, but it looks like we've probably got a lot of heavy traffic. I've even watching there, Scott had a little bit of a blip as well, so geez, such a shame. Must be a bit of heavy traffic, and going off years of being sim racing on different levels. You sort of get traffic now and again. It just slows down the internet service, and yeah, with this many guys, it doesn't help at all.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll go back to our positions now, folks, while we wait for the field to assemble behind the safety car. So out in front at the moment, we've got Scott Connors from G&T Racing or Motorsports in the HPD. Joshua Burton finds himself now in second spot, followed by Martin Davis. in third spot. In Class B, we've got Michael Schreier in the DP Riley. He is in first position. His next competitor, Brad Newman, is 1 lap down in second position, and then 2 laps down from them is Scott Griffiths. Looking at our Class C, we have David Buchanan at the moment in the BMW, followed by Gavin Sadler second in the BMW. So that's great. When we left Adrian, I think Gavin was running about 17th, so he's finding himself now in second position.
Yeah, Benny, I wouldn't put it past him as just a case of the car clean and running up good times and staying consistent and staying off that wall. So we've had a few dropouts, like we've had at least 5 cars out of the race so far, so that's helped them move up. But just driving and keeping the car nice and clean, so good driving there by Gavin.
Yeah, definitely. In third, we've got Aaron Pearce in the Sim Racer BMW. Fourth is Clayton Brooks, and rounding out our top 5 is Terry Marwood in a BMW. So it's a BMW domination at the moment in Class C. Adrian?
Yeah, look, that just goes to show how much everyone loves these BMWs. The Russ are struggling here today. Don't know why, but look, the BMW just seems to be suiting this track fairly good. Bernie, just one of those things, and as we speak, Gavin's pulling into the pits.
Yeah, we saw that in the background in the Evolution Racing Australia rough is coming into the pits. Wonder if that's who knows if it's scheduled or not. The last yellow, everyone dived in the pits. This time everyone's staying out. As we saw in the background, Reece Gardner's HPD is still in the pits receiving service, so it might be game over for that car.
Yeah, Bernie, it depends on how many times they've been in the pits and used their fast repair. So if they've pitted 5 times and it's for whatever reason they've had a small damage, that fast repair would have repaired the vehicle, and now they're up to 0. So bad luck for those boys, but they'll be back again next round and be up the front again as per normal.
Well, in fact, they're back again right now. I was mistaken. They've taken their fast repair. They've come out in 4th position in Class A and 1 lap down, Adrian.
Oh, that's good then. I can't see them getting up into 3rd, Bernie, in the podium, but I can't see them losing another lap. So they'll be out there and keep pushing along. I'm sure they'll be in 4th position there for the rest of the day.
Yeah, definitely, and we're in the commentary box now. We've got Ian Ford, so we'll bring Ian Ford up. I think he's driving for Evolution Racing Australia, and we'll find out how their race has gone since we left them this morning. Hi Ian, welcome to RRTV's commentary box. How's your race been going since we left you guys this morning at 11:30?
No, I certainly don't think you want to know. If we could hit it, I think we've hit it, but we're just going to drive and try and get the car to the finish, make it respectable.
Yeah, so where are you at the moment as far as position in the field?
About 3rd last, 4th last from everyone overall. We're basically the last little actual running cars, and we're just going to try and sneak up a few spots as people fall out and everyone runs out of their quick repairs.
Okay, and who's in that car at the moment?
Mr. Tom Jones is driving at the moment. He's just out there turning laps, basically, make sure we don't get any DQs or anything silly.
Yeah, we've noticed there's a lot of bent-up cars at the moment, and I don't know if you guys are experiencing it, but here in the commentary box we're having all sorts of issues with internet at the moment.
Yeah, everyone all bunched up is causing it to blink out a fair bit. Everyone's lagging. Basically, it's just causing a lot of silly incidents, but I think that all comes down to drivers as well. Everyone, it looks like it's been treated like a sprint race, and as you can tell, there's a lot of cars that have paid the price for it.
Yeah, well, when we left this morning, everyone was very, very well behaved, and we come back and we're finding cars out and all sorts of cars smashed up, so maybe we should have stayed broadcasting because it looks like we missed out on a lot of action.
You probably missed out on heaps of action, but there's still going to be plenty left to go. A bit of a shock with the Daco car going out, though. That's a strange one.
Yeah, we were having a look at that. It looks like he lost internet connection and he's gone into the wall extremely heavy, and we can't see the replay, so it's a bit of a puzzle what's happened there as the lights go out, folks, and we're going back under green this time round. So Tom Jones, 30 laps down. So as you said, I guess it's just now you guys are just trying to survive to the end.
Yeah, that's it. It's just all about pride now. We did a lot of work. Everyone threw in a lot of effort towards this car this week, and just making it to the finish will be our goal now. And hopefully the sister car will make up a few laps and hopefully challenge for the win or at least the podium. They don't seem to have too much damage at the moment, so that's always a good sign.
That's right. Your teammate's also coming in at the moment, Ian, in that number 326 Maverick Welding, so we should let you go and see what the story is with that car.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
See you, mate. So that was Ian Ford from Evolution Racing Australia, the Maverick Welding sponsored rough, going back to find out exactly what's going on with that car. They're 30 laps down, Adrian, so they're going to have it a bit of a challenge to get that car to the end, I think.
Yeah, Benny, they're like you said, they're just going to go around and put some laps down, and look, it's always good to get a bit of testing in. I'm sure the SEK is going to come here at some stage during the year, so it's going to be good practice for those guys, get some laps down in that car. Just unfortunate, both teams actually, considering that they didn't do so well at Daytona either, so looks like at the moment the AEC rounds for them aren't their best friends. So look, they'll pick it up. They're doing well in the SEK, but I'd like to see them do well here as well, Benny. We know they've got the talent to do it, but just a shame at the moment for those boys. I'm sure they're not too happy about it, but I'm sure they'll bounce back.
Oh, for sure. And I always believe when things are going wrong in a race team like this, to persevere, get the car to the end, because if anything, it's going to it builds strength in that team, overcoming adversity, and I'm all for cars that hit adversity continue on as far as they can until that car basically blows up.
Yeah, Benny, in this sort of endurance round, you just got to keep pushing, don't you? You got to get push yourself and say, look, yeah, we're having a bad day, but you find that you'll actually come out and some of the race in these instances, you probably actually put in some of the best lap times because you're not cranky, you're not trying to fight anyone, you're just there doing laps, and you calm down and you're actually throwing in some decent lap times, and then you ask the question, where did that come from? And then you figure it out that you were nice and calm and just putting the laps in. So well, let's hope they bounce back, which they will. It looks like Tom Jones has left, and it looks like Ian's back in that car now.
Okay, so it'd be interesting to find out later what's occurred there, but we'll keep an eye on that, folks, as well as on Reece Gardner, who was the last casualty that brought out the yellow flag in the Daco HPD.
Yeah, and there's Josh. He's up in the front. Bernie, he's got the lead now. He's taken it off of Scott there. So, these boys are running really well.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if we can get that on replay. I'm not having much luck at the moment, folks.
Yeah, don't blame you, Bernie. I've got the same overlay, and I just have nothing but trouble with it. It drops out on me. I can't do anything. So I think you do a fantastic job there, persevering with that thing.
Yeah, I'm going to restart them because every time I go for a replay, we just get blank. But as you can see, folks, coming down Conrod Straight now, Josh Burton followed very closely by Scott Connors at the moment, and then right behind them would be Reece Gardner trying to get that lap back, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd try and get that lap back, because if he does, I mean, if there's a yellow safety car come out again, he's got that lap. He's got a free pass, so he's back on the lead lap. So, look, I wouldn't be disappointed if those boys try and race up and get in front of those two and try and get their lap back.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, if they can get in front there, yellow's out there back in this race. And that's exactly what they need to do at this stage of the race to help them, basically.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie. And I hope race control let them try and get through. So and not concerned too much about that blue flag. And it should be interesting. It looks like Scott's moving over there a little bit, but we'll see how they go. And there's another team out here, One Performance Racing. I have not seen them race in here. This is their first race in the Riley, and they're in 6th place at the moment, so they're doing a really good job tonight, Bernie.
Yeah, definitely. That's Brad Newman behind the wheel of that fantastic looking Riley. And yeah, you're right. It's one of the straightest Rileys out there. They're doing a brilliant job. I'm just trying to see where they would be as far as the class goes. They must be right up there. Some 3 laps down though, so
yeah, I believe they're in 2nd, Bernie, in their class, so they're doing a good job there. They're 1 lap down to the Synergy Riley, but man, you got to give them credit. They're doing a fantastic job first hit out here, and they're actually going to go another lap down, I think, here to the league leader at the moment.
Okay, folks, as we come back to the front of the race, and we can see Josh Burton now coming under pressure from Scott Connors. I'm sure Scott's keen to get the lead back again. Okay,
yeah, another tow, Bernie. It looks like Jared may have been stuck, or is it someone else?
I'm having a look. We did have an incident with Clayton Brooks. We'll bring that replay up. I think it was Clayton Brooks actually going into the wall at the dipper. Yeah, he's gone in heavily into the dipper, and that car, will try and catch what exactly happened, but he's gone in hard, heavy damage. That would have definitely brought out the yellow. As we follow Clayton now coming up to the dipper.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Getting into there, that's really heavy damage in there.
Yeah, well, he not only hit that head on, he also blew the motor in that car. So if he doesn't have any quick repairs, it's going to be at least 30 minutes till we see that car back out again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for those guys. Look, they're doing all a good job out here today, but yeah, unfortunate for those boys. Hopefully they can get out there and get going again.
Yeah, definitely.
So back under yellow again. Here we go. It looks like these boys have certainly turned up the pressure, Bernie, for us, and given us back Daytona again.
Yeah, it definitely does look like that. So while we wait for the field to go back under yellow again and grid up, I'll take you through the positions again very shortly.
Such a shame for those Reese couldn't get in front there. If he was in front of these two boys, he would have been back up on the lead lap. So a bit of a hard luck there, but he pushes here, Bernie, I think he's got every chance to get up there, and we know that there'll probably be another safety car for sure. So and the other thing it's done too is for the VPR boys with Martin Davis behind the wheel at the moment. They've caught up to this train, so we've got three lead cars here in a row, and we've got the Daco boys in between second and third at the moment, so he doesn't have to worry about that too much. So yeah, it should be a good restart for these boys.
Yeah, definitely, and we're just catching on with the leaders now. They're still going out fast at it, so obviously they haven't found that safety car as yet. Not sure where it is. I'll see if we can find it.
They're up on top of the mountain now, Bernie. They're coming through McPhillamy up to the skyline, so they're going through McPhillamy now. So
okay, I'm having a hell of a time here. I had us on replay all that time. So sorry, folks. I'm losing the plot here today.
Oh, Bernie, one of those things today. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. That thing with this at the moment, Bernie, there's no lap cars other than the one HPD, and with the HPDs in the front, mate.
Yeah, well, that'll be good for those guys. All four of them don't have any cars between them now, which means they can all pretty much go at it as soon as we come out from under yellow. But we're definitely getting more yellows than we were this morning, Adrian.
Yeah, Benny, maybe a bit of fatigue with the guys. Maybe it's getting a bit too much for them, because I know this is the first time that anyone's run for this amount of time. But at the Daytona, it went the other way, didn't it, Bernie? We had lots and lots of yellows to start with, and then halfway through they settled down and there was hardly any yellows. So yeah, it's just like a reverse of Daytona.
Yeah, it is a bit. So we're just about to come up to the halfway mark, folks. Can you believe that? We're going to be here tonight until 10 o'clock when this race ends. Well, we're not. They are. We'll come back and cover the end of it. Having a look at Class A, Josh Burton is in the lead from Scott Connors. Third is Martin Davis at the moment. Fourth and one lap down, Reece Gardner, but he's positioned to try to get that lap back. If he can, he's back in this race. Looking at first, we've got Michael Schreier at the moment, and as we spoke about earlier, Brad Newman is in second, one lap down, and then we've got Scott Griffiths in the Riley, 2 laps down. Looking at Class C, we have Aaron Pearce at the moment in the BMW, followed by Terry Marwood. They're both on the same lap. Then we have what's his name? Mr. Brett Garidas is in third position. Then Matthew Nethercote is in fourth position. Then rounding out our top 5 in Class C is John King from Blackadder Motorsport in their BMW. So it looks like the Blackadder guys are having a better run than they did at Daytona at this stage.
Yeah, for sure, Benny. Certainly looks like they're having a better run today. It's good on them. They deserved a good run. But it looks like Jason Black has put a note up there on our YouTube channel there. He's tough race. He's just done his stint with fuel save on. So that's unusual, Bernie. I didn't think they'd use fuel save in a race like this, especially with this many yellows that you get. I'm sure you'll be saving plenty of fuel.
Yeah, that's a strange strategy, but I'll be back in one moment, Adrian. The floor's yours, mate.
Thanks, Benny. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I know there's a couple of us you are watching now. Don't forget, Bernie's got a tweet hashtag up there. I think it's hashtag AEC. Trying to read it myself. You guys will probably see it better than me. Yeah, you just check that out. I can't see it too well. Yeah, Jason, thanks for that, letting us know it was a mistake. Yeah, one of those things that I don't think you need fuel save mode on a race like this, especially with that many cautions coming up. But yeah, definitely leave messages on here on the YouTube. I'll get to them. I'll let Bernie know how we're going with that. And just checking, have we got lights off in the safety car, Bernie? Yeah, so we're going to go green this lap. It should be fairly clean to start with, but we know the boys are getting a bit tired there, so we'll probably have a yellow again in probably about 10 laps, I reckon, Bernie. I'll put the wages out there for 10 laps.
Alright, I think we'll have one within 5 myself, but we'll see how we go. Also, we're trialling Twitter on, if you want to contact us there, on #AECB12. Definitely send us a tweet, and we'll see if this thing works, I guess.
Yeah, Benny, it's definitely something we want to see, and if you guys are Twitterers, I know I'm not. I don't have a Twitter account, and I definitely don't want to send myself some stupid messages. That'd be just crazy. But then again, that wouldn't put it past myself as the safety car likes going through the Forest Turbo wall again.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier. I don't want to mention the war again on that one, but yeah, it's just a matter of, folks, we're trialling different things to see what our viewers prefer. Of course, we like to have our viewers involved in our live broadcasts and communicating with us, and so we're just trying to open up all the channels to see what works, what doesn't. If, for example, Twitter doesn't work, you prefer YouTube, that's fine. Definitely leave comments, we'll answer them there, and we'll see how everyone wants to communicate. So anyway, lights are out on the safety car. We'll be going green this time by.
Yeah, Benny, it's with this technology, we always like the comments, the feedbacks. Let us know how you like our commentary, and I'm sure we'll try and improve on anything that you suggest. Some things we can't improve on, like the overlays that don't work too well, but look, that's something out of our hands, and we do our best with that. But look, we'll set back if they're coming around through the chase now, coming up to turn 1, so we'll be off for the green light, and I think I'll be sitting back and watching the rear pack to see how they go through turn 1.
Yeah, and we'll jump on board with Scott Connors at the start, and we'll do a lap with him in the HPD, I think.
Well, if you do that, Bernie, viewers turn up the computer and sit there and listen to that HPD stream around for a lap.
Yeah, and he went straight on the inside off Josh Burton there, and it looks like Scott Connors is going to take the lead of this race, folks.
He had a good drive off of that Murray's corner there, didn't he, Bernie?
Yeah, as they're going side by side up here, we can't see him, but Josh is on the inside there as we see, oh my goodness, they're going side by side. Josh Burton's got the lead back, so that was quite exciting racing there.
Very good driving there, Bernie. We know Josh is a good steerer, and also Scott, I've seen him drive, and he can drive almost anything fast, so good job by both those drivers not to have an accident, and that was fantastic stuff. Once again, looks like the field has behaved themselves generally in this restart, Bernie. So yeah, we go. We've got 5 and 10 laps, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how we go. And yeah, it looks like Jason was accidentally on his fuel saving mode, so bad luck there, Jason. Double check all your systems next time before you get out there, mate, and give it a crack. So unfortunate for you, mate. Sorry to hear that, but good on you. Good sport.
Okay, so as we've done one lap, we've got our very first tweet from Jason Black, and it says, "Jason Black is here." Thanks, Jason. It's good to see you're listening, mate, and I hope you're enjoying the telecast, and if you're racing today, I hope your car's doing well.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a bit of messages up there. They're talking within themselves, so that's good. Good on you, boys. Thanks for watching. Fantastic. Just liven up our broadcast a bit, so I see a big smile on my face as they're trundling down through Murray's there. Oh, someone had a little bit of a lose there and bundled them all up a bit, Bernie. Nothing too major, but just was a little bit untidy coming out of Murray's.
Yeah, we're having a look at the replay here, folks. They're definitely bunched up coming into the final corner as... we had one of the Redback Racing BMWs into the wall extremely heavily coming onto the main straight there, Adrian.
Yeah, I think he got a bit walked there by Stephen Collins. He's come out and he's got... a little bit sideways and moved over, so he may have just been a little bit balked by that other car, so a bit unfortunate for those boys.
Yeah, Stephen went wide there into the grass and he's come back on the track, pretty much sliding onto the track, and he's just looks like tagged the BMW of Redback Racing, who looks like they are now in the pits.
Yeah, Bernie, it's they've got a hit up in the rear end. That's what sent him in the wall there, Bernie. I was just in the cockpit view then, and you could hear the hit from behind. So, just a series of unfortunate events there for those guys.
Yeah, well, they're definitely bunched up there coming into that turn, and it doesn't take much for those things to come unstuck, as we've just seen.
Yeah, very unfortunate for those boys. Just one of those racing deals. So very, very unlucky for those boys.
Yeah, definitely. And as we have a look now, Brett Garitas is having a great battle here with... the cameraman's moved again. Okay, we're having a look at another battle here, folks. We're tuning in on Jake Maloney in his GTI Rough. Right behind him we've got the Net Virtue BMW Z4 of Jared Filsell in 16th, and I must say that car's looking a lot more bent than it was when we left this morning, Adrian.
Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more bent cars, Bernie. I'd say they've probably used up most of their quick repairs, and we're going to see a lot of unaerodynamic cars floating around on the racetrack now. Yeah,
definitely, and as we're having a look now of third place of Martin Davis in that nice looking HPD, just having a look at that gap. He's some 4 seconds down now from Scott Connors, and Scott Connors is 1.4 seconds below Josh Burton.
Yeah, Scott's certainly hanging there a little bit, but Josh has got the medal at the moment, so and it looks like Reese has dropped off as well, so a little bit surprised with that, Bernie, but I thought he'd be pushing along because Reese was quite quick there, but watching Scott today, he seems to have a bit of really good speed to start with, and then it drops off as he goes along, so maybe a little bit of fatigue at the end there, Bernie, or maybe the car just goes away from him at the end of the stint.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, but he's definitely been putting in the miles, because I think Scott was in the car this morning when we were broadcasting, and it looks like he's back out there again, so he mustn't have had much of a break.
Yeah, Benny, he was in the car to start with, and Trent was the other driver while we were away. And Andrew also has driven the car, so and Scott's back in the car now, so this could be his final stint, I think, Bernie.
Yeah, possibly, with just under 6 hours to go. It depends how long he stays out there, but we've seen these cars run for 1 hour 20 minutes between fuel breaks, so it could be his last stint for the race.
Yeah, if they've got 3 drivers, depending on what they do though too, Bernie, with their fair share system that they've got, which at the moment, looking at the...
We've had...
yes, Benny?
Sorry, mate, we've had a heavy accident coming up onto the mountain. We've got caution out. It's involved at least 4 cars, which you saw, and we'll see if we can get that action back for you guys.
Well, I'm glad I've paused it when you told me, Bernie. That has blocked up the track. That's a messy situation there. Reminds me back in the day with Ambrose and Mr. Greg Murphy.
Yeah, it definitely does. As we have a look at this now, folks, we'll ride with Christian Hinton. I think he was one of the cars involved, and we'll just see how this has unfolded.
Once again, I miss all the action. I'm going to have to keep an eye on yours, Bernie. They all blanked out on me, so this is going to be interesting.
Wow, we had 2 cars go sideways into the same spot, 2 cars into the wall. As you can see, folks, we have both IRFF cars in there, and Christian Hinton was hit again up on his side, and that whole track is absolutely blocked, Adrian.
Yeah, Bernie, just checking your replay again. Sorry about that, I couldn't get to see mine, but yeah, it was like what do you call with the swimming? Synchronized swimming. It was synchronized drifting into the cutting there, and yeah, unfortunately they just got a little bit messy and blocked the track up. So well done, race control, to get that one sorted. Just a shame for those boys, especially the IRFF boys. They've been doing so well today.
Yeah, definitely, and we're having a look now. Michael Hinton has stopped that car on the top of the mountain, which is unfortunate, but I'd say it was probably more like car parks at Christmas time. Yeah,
Benny, just one of those things. In those spots, once you've have 2 cars in there, and it really blocks the track up. So very unfortunate for those boys.
Yeah, and they were very lucky because where that occurred was right on that blind spot. Yeah, it's taken 2 of those cars heavily hit, but those IRFF boys behind them, or it might have even been JFF Racing, in fact, both cars of those look like they've come out fairly clean, and well done to the rest of the field on pulling themselves up before that got really messy. Yeah,
something that they're doing quite well today, Bernie, is getting onto the team chat on the channels there and saying, hey, look, there's an accident here and there. So good job by all involved at the moment, including the drivers. They're getting on there and saying, hey, look, we've got an issue. So good job for everyone at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. So that was a really good call on race control. Within, a couple of seconds, that yellow was out. So well done to the guys up there. Brilliant job you're doing again today.
Yeah, sorry guys, I haven't been checking on the YouTube. We've had a few comments again as my whole system is going wonky again. So I'm having fun here.
Are they all behaving themselves over there, Adrian?
Yes, they are, Bernie. Love the feedback. It's all good. For Gru, says love the commentary. Raced in the Smack Thursday night and watched your commentary of the race, post-race. So that was Michael Rushton. Thanks, Michael. I'm sure Bernie loves hearing about his other involvements in his racing. Also... Jason, thanks mate. Good to see that you're still watching it even though you're not racing. Thank you very much. No, it's all good there, Bernie. It's just checking other stuff. Yeah, there's another glitch Jason has brought to our attention. It's something with the has been exploited this race, where drivers have been entering pit while pit closed. So they're going to check that later on. But I always thought that you could pit when it was closed. You just get penalised afterwards.
Yeah, well, I'd say race control will definitely be looking at that one. A lot of the time, if penalties aren't served during the race, I can assure you race control does look at all incidents, and they will give out post-race penalties, as we found with my team, the Redback Racing team. All 3 cars started from the pits for post-race penalties awarded to them after Daytona last month.
Yeah, so you think you might get away with something, but with post-race reviews, you're going to get stung. So if you think you got away with it and you've got a good position, I'll hold your breath until everything's been scrutinised, because I know with these guys, they've got plenty of time in between races, and they'll go over it and make sure that they've done the right thing for everyone. Yeah,
and I'm sure race control will have our broadcast running, so if there is anyone in race control there, send me a message about that pitting under yellow rule, and whether there's any issues or anything you're investigating. It would be great to tell our viewers.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie. Even if we do get one of the guys up here and elaborate on some of the things that have been going on, it's always good for our broadcast, and good for the views to get an understanding of what's happening as well. It's always quite handy to have.
Yeah, it definitely is. It just adds to the whole experience, of watching this fantastic event. Okay, the pace car lights are out, so we're going to be going green again this time by.
Yeah, I reckon that was at least 10 laps then, Bernie, we've got through, so not bad effort maybe. I'm hoping, or probably in between. Sure, our viewers, they might have been keeping an account.
Yeah, well, I've got it actually here. The first yellow, when we made that bet, was on lap 145. Look at that, lap 151. 6 laps in, mate, so I'm closer. So I win.
You got that one, Bernie. I can't take that one away. I can't even argue the point with that one. So that one's yours. We'll see if we can make 10 laps this time. Jeez, they're certainly laying them on thick and fast now, Bernie. Probably I was saying after we've gone off air, they'll probably have not enough cars to get any more yellow flags out.
Yeah, well, we might come back tonight and find it's only the pace car running around there. Who knows? But yeah, I'll tell you where to send that bottle of scotch, Adrian, after the broadcast, mate.
Good, Benny. I don't mind a bit of a scotch, so yeah, I'll send you an empty bottle of scotch. No dramas with that.
I was expecting you to say, yeah, I'll tell you where you can send it. Anyway, here we go. Pace car's back in, and the field is coming back down onto the main straight for yet another start. And I tell you what, they are so bunched up behind there. Car 377 had to go in the grass to avoid having contact before the start.
Yeah, I saw that, Bernie. There was like a little bit of a check-up there, so I'm sure that's going to be watched by the race control there. I'm sure someone will probably end up getting a penalty for that, because it was a very untidy restart, that's for sure, and they've been cracking down on that.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like a brake check, but it's great to see the 377 out there. Earlier today we saw that into the wall heavily with the BMW 305. But it's looking like their race is improving, and they're still putting those laps in.
Yeah, Benny, yeah, they were heavily in the wall, weren't they? And look, they're only 12 laps down, which is credit to them. I mean, geez, there's guys out there a lot further down than they are, and they're still circulating and still trying to do a good job. being respectful with the blue flags and that, but it's a bit hard when you're going across the mountain, but doing a good job.
Yeah, definitely. As we have a look at them going across the top of the mountain, can never get enough of that beautiful sound as they roar past.
No, it is good, isn't it, Bernie? Especially when you got a big line of them, and you get a Riley or something in there with their growling V8. So very nice sound to hear. Imagine what the Aston Martins sound like when it comes out and we'll be racing around Bathurst. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, definitely, and that's due out later on in the year, folks. So a lot of GT3 guys really keen to see that. As we're riding with Brett Garidis, we noticed Conrod Straight, Adrian, there's a very slow Maverick welding rough going down there at the moment.
Very slow Maverick welding rough. Geez, they're not having a really good one, are they, Bernie? Such a shame for those guys. We know they can race well, and we know that they race fast and clean. So just a bad time for them in these big endurances. They just can't seem to get a handle at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. It's it could be just we know they got the depth, we know they got the talent, but they're just having bad luck on these big events, unfortunately, and but it looks like one of them's in trouble. I'm not sure if that was a straight one or the bent one, so I'll try and find out, folks.
Wouldn't surprise me if it was the straight one, Bernie. The other one seems to be still sitting in the pits. Oh no, it was the bent one, so more troubles for those guys. I don't know how much longer they'll be going down through the race. It looks like they had trouble in the beginning coming across the top of the mountain. I keep losing them. They seem to have a little bit of net issue.
Yeah, that looks like it was Ian Ford behind the wheel there, so we'll see if we can catch a replay, folks, see what has occurred. Yeah, he's crabbing very badly down Conrod Straight at the moment. Yeah, he's gone in heavily up the top of the mountain there somewhere, Adrian.
Yeah, it looked like he came out of the pits after the yellow flag there, so they've gone in or come out with the yellow flag and must have hit up the top there and bent this bit of steering or something, and it's just one of those things. It's just gone from bad to worse for those guys.
Yeah, definitely has, and we didn't get what had occurred there, folks, but you saw the aftermath of that car limping down the straight, and I tell you what, we've got a few in the pits at the moment, Adrian.
Yeah, there's a couple in there, Bernie, and obviously we're not going to see all the cars in the pits. Obviously, some guys have just walked away and left it and probably sitting here and watching our broadcast for now. Just because if they're not that dejected, they're sitting there watching our broadcast. Thank you for watching once again. Don't forget to press the like button and don't forget the tweeter. We've already had Jason Black tweet to us, so we know it works. Get on there and tweet away. I'm not one of those tweeters, but look, we love to get the feedback and have questions. Even ask us a question if you like, and we'll see if we can answer it with the lack of talent that's up in the booth at the moment.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And you don't have to worry about bagging us out because we do a pretty good job of that on our own, don't we, Bernie?
We certainly do, but, you know, be nice, folks. Don't be nasty if you can help it. So having a look at the moment, we've got Josh Burton leading the HPD class, followed by Scott Connors, Martin Davis, and then Reece Gardner. Reece still hasn't managed to get that lap back, Adrian.
Yeah, he seems to have struggled there, hasn't he, Bernie, to try and get back up onto that lead. But look, we're only 6.5 hours into the race. So look, if he can, he'll get up there. I'm sure he'll be fighting for it soon. But what's happened to Scott here? He's certainly he's back into third, so he's dropped off the pace a bit there, Bernie.
Yeah, he definitely has. He pitted on lap 156. Adrian.
Okay, so looks like my lovely trusty iRacing thing is playing up on me, or because he's still in third, but yeah, that pit. My lap times haven't worked out, so here we go. I'll probably be right now.
Yeah, and we're just having a look at Reece Gardner. He's had a couple of off tracks, so we'll follow him just to see exactly what occurred. Yeah, he's run wide out of Caltech's chase and coming into the final corner, but it hasn't affected him in any way by the looks of it.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about that stop for Scott, he's really put him into a lot of traffic at the moment, so he's going to have to try and carve his way through here. So it's not going to help him catch up to the boys and do his lap times any favours, because he's just coming up to the cutting now, so he's going to have to be stuck there unless he really wants to make a desperate move along here. But he's behind O'Reilly, so that's not going to help him.
Yeah, it's I guess that is O'Reilly. It's very bent up, isn't it?
Yeah, once again, my graphics are working that well, Bernie. It still looks like it's straight to me, so I'm not having much luck either on this end.
Yeah, that's looks like an unmetered servers Riley, probably All Stars Motorsports by the colour scheme. But yeah, Scott's being held up a bit, but that's the name of the game in this sort of racing. I'm sure he'll pass them coming down that straight.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie. He'll get down right here. He'll rip it through them, so no issues there for him to do that. But as I say that, we've got two All-Star Motorsports cars there, so that was a little bit difficult for him.
Yeah, it certainly was. One went left, the other went right, but having a look at his pit stop time, he did a 30.7 second stop. So with the HPDs, folks, they can change tyres and fuel at the same time. But looking at that stop, I think that probably wasn't long enough for him to throw tyres on.
Yeah, Benny, I'm not sure how those go because I actually don't own a HPD. Like I said, a bit scary for me to drive, I think. So I'm not 100% on that. I should actually get on there and get a few of my mates together and get some of that figured out for the viewers, so I have a little bit more information on those things. Yeah,
well, the way the rules go in pits, folks, is the HPD and the Daytona Riley can do tyre and fuel at the same time. The GT3s, however, have to, I think they do the fill first of the fuel and then they can put tyres on the car after that. So they do have two different ways of pitting, and the reason the GT3s have that is because iRacing have brought them into line with the rules and regulations of real world GT3 racing.
And fair enough too, it just makes it a little bit different, but look, at the end of the day, Bernie, you know, HPDs are way quicker than the GT3s, and the Rileys are quicker as well, so really pit stopping for those and being a bit different doesn't take it away from the race. It's just different rules, and so it should be keeping the GT3s like real world. I mean, if you race in them and that's what happens, it should happen on here as well.
Exactly right. Now, one thing I'd like the viewers who are watching to give us feedback either on YouTube or on Twitter is let us know what you think of the new overlays. I've taken feedback from a few viewers in the past that said they were a bit cluttered, and I've tried to make it less cluttered and give you the information you need. So if you like it, let us know. If you don't like it, let us know what you'd like to see, and I'll try and improve it for the next broadcast.
Yeah, nothing like having good feedback, is there, Bernie? There's feedback and there's feedback. All the feedback we get, we take on board and see what we can do for the viewers. We always want to make it as enjoyable for you guys as it is for us. So, that's what we're here for, give you some entertainment, and I hope we're doing that in fistfuls.
Yeah, that's right. Without you guys watching, and we wouldn't be here, which means then the races like this wouldn't get broadcast, so it all comes back to the viewer, and we want to make your time as enjoyable as it can be.
As we're trundling along, the boys are behaving, so we're up to lap 160 at the moment, no yellow flags, so they've looks like they've settled down again, Bernie.
Yeah, it definitely does, and I guess it's part of the racing. You get a lot of lapses in concentration, as I just did then, and then they get these longer runs. So we might make your 10 lap this time round, Adrian.
Yeah, I might get that scotch back, I think.
Yeah, that empty bottle that you sent me, no worries, I'll send that back to you.
Awesome, that sounds like a deal then. Just playing around with my little bits and pieces as Scott's trying to get around to Riley here at the moment through the cutting. A little bit untidy, but they got the job done, and off he goes again to try and get another lap done. But he's fighting through those GT3s. He's really lost a lot of time. When I first started watching him, it was 52 seconds behind the leader, and now he's 1 minute 11. So that means the boys are closing in on him.
That's right, as we have a look at Timothy Jackson now running 17th in the 399 Maverick Welding Rough there, about to be overtaken by, I think that is second place of the Class B drivers, Adrian.
Yeah, that'd be right, Bernie. Doing a fantastic job there, the Performance Racing team. Jeez, I love their paint scheme. It's actually quite striking. That I'm a bit partial to yellow, but done a fantastic job on that paint scheme, I reckon, Bernie.
Oh, they definitely have, and it definitely pops, which is what we like to see out there. As we see the two Blackadder BMWs now rounding up one of the KRF racing BMWs.
It's getting on here too, Bernie, around the ERA rough here at the moment. We've got Aaron Pierce in the JFF BMW, and he's got Jared, is it Fatul, behind him. So they're racing for position at the moment. The ERA car is out of whack there, but they're certainly going for it. It's one of the closest on track actually positions going at the moment, and Jared is going in for the dive here.
Yeah, Jared's having a look now as we have a look at them coming down into the chase side by side. It looks like Jared's got him there, but tell you what, they're not closing in on Timothy Jackson. He's running 17th in that Maverick Welding Rough, and he's got the pace out there.
Yeah, just probably a little bit of bad luck. Like this is the only luck these guys are having at the moment, and Tim's doing a good job here. He's run down. It looks like these Rileys have had a little bit of issue at some stage there, Bernie, because he's caught back up again to the APR car.
Not only that, he's passing the Riley, so that's unusual to see. So I think that that LED Riley has a few issues out there, mate.
Yeah, it looks like she's travelling a little bit slow in it, so maybe not fully settled with the car, Bernie. It's a nice car to drive, but if you're not one with that car, you can certainly get you into trouble.
Yeah, well, the Riley's a bit of a tricky car because it feels like you're on, you can push it and push it and push it, but all of a sudden she'll break loose and you'll find yourself into the fence. A bit like a V8 supercar, but not as bad. you got to be careful with it. It's always out there trying to damage you.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie, and it's like the other rough that we have, which is the C-Class rough without any traction control and ABS as well. It can certainly get away on you all of a sudden. So same with the Riley, but not as violent as that rough.
Yeah, as we come back to our race leader in the sim racer, HPD, Josh Burton is leading the way, followed by Martin Davis, who is probably a good 15 seconds down the track. But yeah, Scott Connors, he's 70 seconds down, half a lap down now on the leader. And then Reece Gardner is still 1 lap down as he just comes up the mountain. So that's our top 4 in Class A.
Yeah, Benny, and look, it's another bad run for the RA boys. Timothy Jackson's looped it out of the forest, and it looks like he's done the gearbox or the engine there.
Definitely has. We'll try and get a replay of that, folks. Yeah, we just caught the end of that accident. We'll try and go back a bit further and see if we can pick that up.
Yeah, Benny, just coming out of forest there, just gassed it up a little bit too soon and it broke loose on him, like we were talking about with these things. And yeah, just a bit of bad luck. It looks like as he's hit the wall, it's damaged the engine, so it's smoking pretty bad at the moment. So not good for those boys at the moment.
Yeah, definitely, and he definitely had the pace up until that car snapped. And it looks like both ERA cars are now in the pits, and yeah, that car's heavily damaged, so we'll see if I doubt they've got any fast repairs left, but you never know at this stage.
Yeah, and our old friend Brenton is jumping in that car by the look of it, Bernie.
Yeah, so they've got Timothy Jackson out, Brenton O'Brien's in, they're taking tyres at the moment. Looks like they've got that engine repaired. It's not smoking, but then again it could be turned off. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Bernie, it's one of those things that it could be still running, so they must have had one fast repair. I think they've been driving fairly clean, Bernie, these guys. We know they do. It's just they get in situations that are out of their control, which is usually the issue with these boys, and just not having a good run in this championship, which is a bit of a shame for the boys because they are good drivers.
Yeah, that's right. And we've also had a BMW Z4 come out of the pits and stop halfway up pit lane. Obviously that car was far too damaged to continue, and they've pushed that car back to the pits. But yeah, I don't know if they've got a fast repair. That the panels are all bent on that, so I think it's going to be a very lengthy stop for the Evolution Racing Australia rough.
Yeah, it seems like it's taken a bit of time. They've certainly been in there for a while, haven't they, Bernie?
Yeah, definitely have. And if you're wondering, folks, what we were doing watching that, the most exciting part on the track at that stage was pit lane.
Yeah, pit lanes certainly can get exciting now and again, as we've seen before in the past. So, but yeah, there is sort of a big lineup of cars in there at the moment, Bernie, which is such a shame. But oh well, that's the nature of this race, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's over halfway. It's now really for a lot of these guys. It's just survival, and a 12-hour race like this, anyone that finishes this race is a winner in my books. It takes a hell of a lot to get one of these cars 12 hours around Bathurst, and a lot of people have been working very hard to do that.
Yeah, Benny, it's one of those things. I take my hats off them. I mean, I've driven cars around here, and Bathurst is such an unforgiving track. So we've got another Smoky Joe here, Bernie, car number 36. Must have got into the wall coming across the mountain, which is a general story for everyone today at the moment.
Yeah, that was Rick Burt behind the wheel at the moment, and we'll see if we can find out exactly what occurred there. Yeah, he's gone in hard up the top of the mountain, it looks like. We'll go back a bit further.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the cutting, Bernie. Oh, dipper, I mean. Sorry, mate. The dipper.
Yeah, he's gone in at the dipper, out of camera shot, unfortunately. Yeah, we've just... one more time, folks. We'll see if we can get this for you. Yeah, he's gone in at the dipper. We've just caught the end of that as he is now limping that car back to the pits.
Yeah, I don't get the full view of it either, Bernie. I don't think you would have had a little bit of net code or something. Yeah, he's driven straight into the wall. It must have got loose coming out of the dipper, which, once again, once you're offline on this track in some of the corners, you can certainly lose the car and doesn't like it too much, and you find yourself in the wall real quickly.
Yeah, we were using the camera. He went straight over the track cam, and he came loose coming off the dipper by the looks of it, and spun into the outside wall. You could just hear the contact in the background. So having a look, Stuart Vaughan at the moment running 35th in that Net Virtue BMW. So those guys are also, they'll have a hard story to tell as well after this race tonight.
Yeah, because they did quite well at Daytona, didn't they, Bernie? They were one of the teams that were up there doing quite well. If it wasn't them that actually got advantaged by a yellow, was it?
I can't quite recall. I think they did get an advantage by the yellow, which was just great pit strategy. And they're also very strong in the SEK championship. But today, it doesn't look like it's their day.
Yeah, Benny, I'm sure we're going to get a few hard luck stories later on this evening, which is going to be something with this 12-hour. We knew that before we started broadcasting. I think the guys also knew that when they went to start the races. My overlay just crapped itself, so awesome stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not using it as more importantly as Bernie at the moment. But it's one of those things. We're definitely going to have a hard luck stories today, but look, it's still good racing, and I'm enjoying every minute of it at the moment. Yeah,
definitely. And Martin Davis, the second HPD, is in the pits at the moment, and so is Nathan Leskinen has just left the pits. He's replaced Josh Burton in that sim racer HPD.
Well, what's going to happen here, Bernie, is that Scott should actually catch up to these guys here. He's actually going up Mountain Straight, and Martin Davis is still in the pits, so it looks like Scott is now into second position. Yeah,
and it's the leader is being held up as we go over the top of the mountain, so that will help Scott's cause as he's now just coming up through, what's that, forest? I don't know what that is. If anyone can tell me what that is, let me know.
And we've got a yellow, Bernie.
Yeah, we definitely do. I'm trying to see what has caused that. Yeah, I'm not sure what's brought out that yellow. Hopefully Race Control will let us know. But in the meantime, we'll have a chat with Josh Burton from the Sim Racer HPD, leading the Class A at the moment. Josh Burton, welcome to RRTV's commentary box. We've been amazed at your driving today as you thread the needle through those slower cars, and it looks like Nathan's in the car now. How's your race been going from your perspective?
Yeah, there's been a few little incidents, but yeah, pretty good so far. We're in the lead. Looks like the postcard's just coming out, unfortunately. That big lead we had will go, but that's life, and yeah, we'll try and build that lead back up.
Yeah, we're not sure what has brought out the yellow, so if Race Control's out there, guys, definitely start sending us messenger messages if you can, like we did earlier today. So Josh, what's the plan from here, mate? Are you going to be getting back in the car later on tonight?
Yeah, Nathan will do his stint, Bobby will do another stint, and I'll probably finish the car, and whatever happens in between then happens, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and it looks like the car's still very clean, so I take it you guys have still got some fast repairs up your sleeve?
No, we actually run out of fast repairs, but yeah, we haven't had any crashes since this last fast repair, so hopefully we can keep it that way.
Yeah, definitely. I guess at the moment the biggest risk is getting through those GT3s, but it looks like in your stint you were judging that really well, and you could tell when it was safe to overtake and when it was best to hold back.
Yeah, each individual driver you can kind of pick if they're going to give you room. Some drivers might not give you as much room, so you won't pass them in certain places, but just it's bloody 6 hours into the race. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess once we get up to the 8-hour mark, it's unknown territory. Have you ever run anything longer than that 8-hour Daytona?
Yeah, we done the iRacing official 24 hours at Daytona. Not in this car though. So longest race we've done in this HPD is the 8-hour race. So yeah, pretty interesting.
And what's a HPD like to drive around Bathurst?
Mate, it's a load of fun. Got a grip, front grip, got a rear grip. Basically flat from the cutting to the dipper, or to Skyline, I should say. And yeah, it's pretty quick.
So just let us know, does this car actually have traction control and ABS brakes, or is it like the Riley?
No, it's like the Riley, no aids, you got to do it all yourself, so it took a bit of getting used to going from the GT3 cars, but we finally got it down pat, and it's alright.
Yeah, I guess under that bodywork you're pretty much driving almost a Formula 1 car, I guess.
Yeah, it's it. Not quite as much power and downforce, but yeah, it's great fun.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a lot of fun. Adrian, is there anything you'd like to speak to Josh about, especially since you're too scared to drive one of these cars?
Yeah, for sure, Benny. Yeah, one of those cars that I probably don't really want to drive, but I do. Yeah, Josh, I've been watching you from the start, starting from pit lane, which is a bit unfortunate. But I said to Bernie and the viewers earlier, it's one of those things for you guys to start in the pit lane. It was going to be a struggle to try and get up near the front, but I think I said that the yellow flag early on would have been ideal at the time that you're in 10th place, so that really fell in your lap at that stage.
Yeah, that's it. We kind of caught up to the pack of the DPs, and then the yellow flag came out. So it came out at exactly the right time as we wanted it, and we was about probably 30 seconds off the pack of the HPDs at that stage. So bring us right up the front, and yeah, we got up to second, I think, and then I had a little crash So yeah, that put us back when I had to pit for that. But no, it's been good.
Yeah, that's what Bernie and I were worried about, because you worked your way up through the pack quite well, and looking to be at the front quite early on after the yellow flag, and then the next yellow flag that you dropped right through the back of the pack and had to drive your way up. So that's a little bit of information. We were getting a bit of feed through YouTube. Thanks viewers for that. We sort of were trying to figure out, but getting it from horse's mouth is always better. And now you're up near the front, so it's been a terrific drive, and probably one of the ones that I call tonight, or today actually, probably the drive of the day for me.
Yeah, geez. Yeah, it's just trying to make your way through the GT cars without, like I say, you get some people don't give you as much room, and then other people will give you a fair bit. So it's just trying to make your way back through them, because we kind of always knew there'd be cautions and could get back up onto the HPD pack anyway. So it's just a matter of, like, the incidents didn't really worry us too much. It obviously doesn't help that we've got no fast rookies left, but we'll kick on.
Sorry, Adrian, I was going to say, it looks like you blokes have been having a great battle there with Scott Connors and the G&T Racing HPD. Have you been enjoying that battle?
Yeah, mate, it's been great. We're slightly down straight line speed compared to them. Probably say they're running slightly lower downforce, so that restart they got us up Mountain Straight, which I just sat in back behind them and they pitted, so we got the lead back, and it was just pumping out consistent on 54s and seemed to cap them by a fair bit from when I came out of the pits.
Okay, so before we let you go, Josh, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to for preparing your car or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. Sim Radisson Magazine, JFF Racing, and Bobby and Nathan for racing tonight, or today, I should say, and you guys for doing the broadcast.
Yeah, no worries. Well, best of luck for the rest of the race, Josh, and hopefully we'll be speaking to you on the podium later on this evening.
Yeah, cheers guys.
Okay, the pace car lights are out, and I just had another tweet from Grant Crow. He's in race control. Great telecast from RRTV. It's been very busy in race control. It's good to see things are settling down a bit, and it's a perfect time for pizza. So I'll have a Supreme, thanks Grant, if you want to send that up to the commentary booth.
Yeah, and I'll have the Aussie, thanks. Don't mind a bit of bacon egg pizza, Bernie. I'll have that with a couple of rums, actually. That'd be awesome. Have a few drinks, and considering I don't have to drive, that's good. Oh,
and garlic bread. We want garlic bread, and I reckon that chocolate mousse would probably work a treat too, mate.
Have you tried garlic pizza, Bernie? That's the bomb. This beats the garlic bread.
Yeah, I made garlic pizza last night, actually, for my daughter, and we enjoyed that. But anyway, the pace car's in. We better get back to this race as we watch Nathan Leskinen lead the field back over to the green flag. So I tell you what, he's got quite a heck of a gap there coming up the main straight here.
Got the start, which is what you need to do, but I'm sitting back here with Scott Connors to see how well he can get through this traffic here, but it looks like they'll all peel to one side as the J-led Riley was a little bit weavy then, so off we go. So it looks like they've got a bit of break, and Scott's stuck behind that Riley at the moment, Bernie.
Yeah, he's going to have a look on the inside. Yep, he's going to clear him. The next car up's a GT3. Looks like a BMW Z4 is the next car for him. We'll see how Reese is going further down. He's behind another HPD, and he's got the that nice One Performance Racing Riley right behind him as they come to the top of the mountain.
And look what we've missed, Bernie. That Dayco Motorsports is in third place on the lead lap. So at some stage, we've missed a big one. We've dropped the ball, and the Dayco Motorsports HPD is back on the lead lap. So there you go.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's done that through pit stops myself. He's done an 18-second stop where the other two guys did a 30-second stop. So I reckon they might have short-filled that just to try to get back on that lead lap, which, if that's the case, that was a great call by the Dayco boys.
Yeah, Benny, they may not have needed to fill it up as much because of their big incident on top of the mountain, so they probably would have had to put less in it, so they would have splashed it in there and got going again, because they knew they would have been back on the lead lap.
But not only that, they now find themselves 6 seconds off taking the lead of this race. So that's a fantastic recovery by those guys, and a great call.
Yeah, for sure, Benny. Good to see them up there, and what looked like the end of the race has turned into, hey, look, we're back on the podium. So keep at it, boys. Doing a good job out there.
Yeah, definitely. It's only going to take another safety car, which we're going to get, guaranteed, to bring all these guys back up to one another, and then Class A is going to get mighty interesting.
Oh, I certainly will, Bernie, and I'm not going to put a bet on when the next safety flag comes out, because I think we have both won, so we'll call it a day on that.
Yeah, we both won the empty bottle of rum, but you got to drink it, so I'd say you're the big winner out of all that. All right, we're under yellow again, folks. I'm not sure why. Just check on Lewis Kugeley in the Blackadder car.
Haven't heard anything at the moment. I do see it.
Sorry, Adrian, we've had a big crash on the coming into the dippers. It's involved 3 cars as well as blocking the road. So that's what has brought that caution out, and that was started when Lewis Kugeley in the Blackadder BMW got sideways, followed by a couple of other cars. So that's why we have a caution.
Not very good for those boys. They were doing so well, weren't they, Bernie? So unfortunate for those boys. I'm going to try and get back to it now that I know who was involved, so I can have a quick look myself. Missed all the action, but yeah, unfortunate for those boys, and hopefully they can get going and finish a race off. Yeah,
definitely. They were running at 14th, 5 laps down at that stage, so hopefully they can get that car repaired. As we're having a look now at Dean O'Brien in that nice One Performance Racing Riley. I'm just going to have a look at our... Not that one. I'll get there, folks. Dean O'Brien's currently running second and 7th outright in that nice looking car. Okay, so before we go back to green, because it's definitely going to be on now, if you have a look at the top 3, they are 1, 2, 3 behind each other. Nathan Leskinen is in the lead in the sim racing HPD, followed by Scott Connors straight behind him in the G&T Motorsports HPD, and then look who's right behind him, Reece Gardner there in the Dayco HPD. So we'll see what Reece can do on this restart. 4th is Matt Davis, and then the first of the Rileys with Wayne Burke in the car at the moment, and 2 laps down, but leading Class B in that LED Riley. Second at the moment, as we've mentioned, 1 lap down, is Dean O'Brien at the moment in the One Performance Racing Riley. We have the leader for Class C at the moment in the Sim Racer BMW Z4 is Damien Carr, followed by Paul Mansell right behind him in the JFF Racing BMW, and then we've got Simon Black, who's running third in class at the moment.
Yeah, Benny, a good job there for Team OSR. I don't think their sister car is doing that well today, Benny. The OSR 1 GT3 Enduro car number 88 is 36 laps down. I believe it's just sitting in the pits, so I believe they've binned it for the day and we're going to race next time. Yeah,
so having a look at the cars in trouble, folks, we've got, as we said earlier, Jay Kennedy and Warren Pickering have retired from this event. That was the Torque MP4 and the Redback Racing HPD. That was a Class A winner of the Daytona. So that's bad luck for them. Jake Blackhall looks like he's retired as well, some 46 laps down. Having a look at the other cars still circulating but possibly in trouble is Stuart Vaughan. That's the Net Virtue BMW Z4. He's 31 laps down now. And Brett Wilson just ahead of him in the Redback Racing McLaren is 27 laps down. We saw earlier today, Adrian, I think Raymond Steer was in that car when it started to unravel for those guys. And then 25 laps down is Aaron Osborne at the moment in that unmetered servers Riley. So there's a couple of guys we can keep an eye on and see if they can get their cars to the end.
Yeah, Benny, there's looks like there's been quite a few hard luck stories there for a few of the guys. Like we get to about 19th position, and you know that's LMN Touring International number 39 with Matthew Zimmerman in the car at the moment. They're 11 laps down, so anywhere from there on, everyone's still racing, but obviously have had a few issues through the race and are way back there. But hang in there, guys. You can see that there's cars dropping out, so still got another. Oh, geez, we got 5 hours to go, Bernie.
Yeah, exactly right. And would you believe we've been broadcasting now for nearly 2 hours, so it's almost time for us to go off air yet again, would you believe? Geez,
Bernie, it's tell you what, 2 hours doesn't seem like it goes that long, so been enjoying it. I can tell you I could use the Nana nap like I did earlier and have a rest and recharge my battery so we can do the last call later on this evening. Yeah, well, that's right. If that's why we go off air, folks. It's because the old man Adrian here needs his Nana naps, and we've got to look after him. I could go all day talking like this because I'm, so fit. But anyway, as we're having a look at the cars coming up the hill, with Nathan Leskinen leading the way. Yeah, these boys are doing a good job here at the moment, so we do actually get to see different drivers this time, Bernie, so that's good for the viewers. There is more drivers for each team, so you get to see some of the other different drivers that these teams are having at the moment. Yeah, that's right, and as we come across to the top of the hill, the safety car lights are out, folks, so we will be going green this time by. So Martin Davis, the fourth HPD here, has got a few cars in between him, so he's got a little bit of work to do here, Bernie, but I'm not sure how many cars in front of him, so he's going to struggle here in the first restart, but hopefully he can get going. But it looks like there's a couple of Rileys in front of him, so he may struggle to get past these cars. Yeah, it looks like he's got at least one GT3 and a couple of Rileys ahead of him, so we'll see how quickly he can clear them. And he's got a GT3 in front of that, so he's got at least 4 cars to clear when they go green. Yeah, so it's not a good thing for him. And he's also got another HPD there with Martin Houston in the Blue Ox Racing, 3 laps down at the moment. But that's going to be a bit of a task for him to get around that one as well. So, but we'll see how they go. We've got the top 3 guys, so line astern. So this is going to be interesting. I might sit here with Reece Gardner in his cockpit just to see how well they go from the restart, Bernie.
Yeah, I think we might jump in there as well. So the drivers can, or the viewers can enjoy the ride.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie. It's going to be interesting sitting in the cockpit and see how they go from the start.
Yeah, it's interesting to look at Scott Connors ahead of them, sitting to the right there. He's definitely showing his intentions even before they start.
Yeah, Bernie, as Josh was saying earlier, they've probably got a little bit less downforce, so they've got a bit more straight line speed, but I think that's probably hurting them across the mountain. That's where they lose their speed.
Yeah, definitely. So, folks, crank it up and enjoy this lap restart with Reece Gardner.
Green.
Oh, Scott goes for the dive, but doesn't pull it off as Reece goes past him. So it's on for first here with Reece and I forget who's driving the other car.
Yeah, that's Nathan Leskinen out in front. So that was a great move by Reece on the outside there, as he's now trying to hunt down the leader.
Yeah, what a start, Bernie. A little bit of gamemanship there to start with, and it's what an awesome view, isn't it? Sitting here in the cockpit watching these guys go at it. Fantastic coming up across the mountain. Listen to the tyres squealing out, protesting under that force that they're doing, and the tyres are a little bit cold here at the moment, so they're not working at 100%.
Yeah, that's right. It'll take him a lap to get those tyres up, but it's interesting to see where Reece is closing. He's very quick down through the dipper here.
Yeah, he's certainly on the back here, coming down the mountain, so it's always good to go down Conrod here, right behind someone.
It's also interesting to see the different lines the drivers are taking as they come down the mountain.
And look at this down the slipstream effect here, Bernie. Just closes in, dives down here, but doesn't have the line for the left-hander here. Oh, he must have had the speed there, Bernie. So that was brilliant driving.
Yeah, that was awesome. He outbraked Nathan coming into the chase there. So Reece is extremely confident in the handling of his Dayco HPD at the moment, folks.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie, and doing a fantastic job, aren't they?
They definitely are, and he's, it wasn't that long ago when we were saying that car was a lap down, and now look, they're in the lead, so that's a fantastic effort by that team.
Yeah, for sure, Bernie. So they've definitely used which strategy to their advantage today.
Yeah, they certainly have. And it looks like we've got another gentleman in RRTV's commentary box, so we might bring up Timmy. Did you want to have a chat with him, Adrian?
Yeah, I can have a chat, Bernie. Give you a little bit of rest there.
Hey guys.
Hey Timmy. Hey Timmy, how you going? Welcome to RRTV commentary box. Just a little bit of rundown on your race today, mate.
Yeah, no, it was good. We put it on pole for starters. Kane, last lap dash, just threw it up there in front of Fuel Cell, which was a pretty good small victory. And we put Will Dodd into the car, and we thought for a reserved effort, he probably is our slowest driver, so we put him in, and we knew he's really sensible. He took us through to a thing, had an incident which for some reason took us a lap down, and we ended up coming back. It was a couple laps down, and Brock got in the car and had a few crashes, but then we put Kane in the car, and Kane's our elite driver and was just smashing out times faster than the leading car. So he pulled us up from 35th to 23rd in his 2 stints he did. So it was fantastic.
No, very good, guys. And how do you think about the races going today? Like me and Bernie were up here, and we saw the start was very placid, if you could say. Everyone was being gentlemanly, but geez, ever since we've left the commentary earlier on today, it seemed to be really hectic.
Yeah, I really don't mind how the race is going. The only thing I don't mind is the blue flags. Like, we've been under blue flag because we're 9 laps down, and if we see a HPD or a DP that's faster, obviously we're letting them go. But if there's a GT3 car that just can't pass us, and then we'll get past them easily, we won't show the blue flag. But the cars that you sit behind in the train on the restarts are causing massive issues. They need to, pull to one side after the flag goes, drop to the side on the start-finish line, and just get out of the way, basically. We'll do it if they'll do it, but too many guys are racing for, 15th and 16th in the GT3 class. We know we're quicker to get up the front, but it's just crazy how so many guys like are 5 to 10 laps down behind you, and they're racing you into the last corner and not yielding until you're on the corner. So it just causes an incident. And then the 2 cars in front of you, you're trying to get through, they break all of a sudden, and there's a lot of rear endings of guys just not judging the braking markers. Like, I hit Matt Zimmerman and didn't even realise I'd hit him, and went around the outside like nothing happened. I got a penalty for it, and I was like, oh, okay. And my guys go, oh yeah, you hit him. And I went, oh, okay, let's do the penalty. But the guys are under the pump in the admins. They're doing a really good job. They're doing a better job than they did in the first ones. They know a lot more from the first race.
Very good. Yeah, we got nothing but praise for the guys up in the race control. They're doing a pretty good job. They have let a few yellow flags go because the cars have been off track there decently and given them a chance to get around. So they're doing a fairly good job. I know it's a big job, but good to see the Blackadder. We've seen you guys up there. A bit unfortunate now. You've dropped down a little bit. Had a couple of incidences there with. Recently, so you guys look like you're doing a fairly good job. Can't be too disappointed.
Yeah, Blackadder's doing well, but we're multi-21 sim racing, car 322 and 321.
Oh, sorry, Timmy. One of those things on my thing I'm trying to read through. So, yeah, no, you're doing a good job there, guys, and good on you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Definitely something that you plan on keep on doing throughout the season, yeah?
Yeah, no, we're just representing our sponsors at the moment. We're trying to get up there as fast as we can in the top 10 for the class. One of our cars is sitting in the top 6 or 7, I think, our car 322. So they're doing a great job. They qualified 3rd. So we've definitely got the pace. We just have to get a bit of luck, I think. If Brock can keep it off the fence for this stint, we throw Kane back in the car, and Kane's capable of doing 204s, 203s on race sets. So, let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can creep up in front of, let's say, KRF. They're a few laps ahead of us, so 4 laps ahead of us. We'll see if we can get it back to those guys.
Yeah, no worries. And you've got 4 drivers today, so is that working out really well with your stints? No dramas with that either?
Yeah, we were supposed to have 5, but Dylan Slits forgot to set his alarm to AM, not PM, and didn't sort of wake up on time. The other car's got 5. Who are doing really well, but the 4's okay. We're missing one of our fastest drivers who's off to uni, so he's not there, but we're rocking along really well. It's good.
Oh, that's good. And the plans for the rest of the race? I know you're trying to get your way back up through there, which is a good job. I mean, 12 laps down isn't a bad thing, to be quite honest. Realistically, it's a pretty good effort, especially around Bathurst.
Yeah, we're just going to try and work at it. Like, Brock's coming up on the guys now and just trying to pass as many as possible and get us up in front of the laps before I put the car in the fence at the end there. Where we're going to sort of go for is, we've just got to try and finish, really. At the moment, I'm about to have about a 700-gram steak for my wedding anniversary, and, keep working on my GTI spring pedals and pushing our Fanatec wheels.
Fair enough, and I suppose you better thank the missus, seeing that you're getting a nice rump there for your wedding anniversary, because you wouldn't be allowed to race if it wasn't for her.
Yeah, she makes a good rump, and I definitely will love her rump while I'm eating it. But you guys are doing a great job also. Keep up the good work.
All right, Timmy, is there anyone else you want to thank before you let you go? And even if Bernie wants to ask you a question as well.
Not really. It's just thanks to the team, thanks to the sponsors. Fans, just keep watching if you're watching. My uncle passed away a couple of days ago, so sort of race this one for him, even though it's just sim racing. So it's good. We'll try and get up there for him.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really have much to say after that. I'm still trying to get past you eating your wife's rump, but we won't go any further into that, Timmy. Happy anniversary, and
thank you.
Best of luck for the rest of the race.
All right, have a good one, fellas.
Yeah, enjoy your rump. I'm sure you will.
Gonna carve it up, boys.
Go for your life.
See you, lads.
See ya.
That was Timmy Fatul's all class there, and it's great to see him racing on his anniversary, and our thoughts to his family on the passing of his uncle a couple of days ago.
Yeah, Benny, just goes to show some of these guys definitely got families, and look, we thank everyone, the partners and all involved for letting them race. We wouldn't have this entertainment if it wasn't for those as well. Oh,
definitely, and I'm going to bring up Mr. Zimmerman now to have a chat with us. Welcome to the RRTV commentary box, and you're driving in car 39 at the moment with Greg Harvey behind the wheel, 20th position. How's the race been treating you guys?
Yeah, thanks, Bernie, Adrian. So far the race has been pretty similar to the last one, really. It wasn't looking good early on. We first 3 hours or so, we were running near the back,
Bernie,
and I think.
Sorry, guys. Just drop in here. We've had Reece Gardner crash again, Bernie. So I don't know what happened there. I hear Brenton on the line as well, so I'm not sure if there was a incident between the two drivers. I can't tell. If Bernie, you want to get back through there and have a check on the replay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no dramas. So I think at the 3 hour mark we were the last car on track and not looking so good. A bit like Daytona was, but things have turned around a bit then. There's been a bit of carnage out there, as you're all aware. Now pulled it up into the top 20, so we were running 19th just before the last yellow flag, and we came in for a pit stop on the driver change. And now, Greg's running there in the 20th position quite nicely, and feeling a lot more positive about the race at the moment.
Yeah, that's excellent news, but it's a very unfortunate news for Reece Gardner. He's come undone at the top of the mountain there, Adrian, and he's knocked the front and the back off that HPD, and I tell you what, it is in serious trouble as we follow it down Conrod Straight. It also did not bring out the yellow flag, so this is going to be extremely costly for that team. Anyway, sorry about that. We'll get back to our interview. So Greg's up to 19th position now, 11 laps down, and the car's looking nice and straight. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. We've used all of our free cars, or whatever you want to call them now, so I understand there was 5, I think, for this one, but 3 I definitely saw we used. 2 of them must have been on some really insignificant damage. You couldn't even be seen on the car, and so just at the last, probably about an hour ago, I got a little punt up the backside from Timmy. Actually, nothing major, but it put a little crease in the rear bumper there and the wing, and then on going to the next pit stop, noticed that I had to have about 11 seconds of damage repairs there, which is no dramas, but it showed that we'd two of the free cars, I think, were taken up somewhere in there against our knowledge. But certainly I'm happy with how things are going at the moment, and it's just a case of survival for these last 4 or 5 hours now. Yeah,
it's unfortunate. With the fast repairs, you just got to have a scratch on your car, and unfortunately, it will use one of those on the pit stop. Hopefully, iRacing will change that so you guys could select when to use your fast repairs, but all the same, 20th position, in the iRace for Life LMTI rough. So are you going to get back in the car a bit later on?
Yes, I will. Yeah, next up is the other Greg Colgan, who'll jump in for about an hour, and then I'll jump in with about 3 hours to go. And then Greg Harvey and then Greg Colgan again. So just the three of us running out the remainder of the race, and looking forward to it. It's certainly a thrill to drive around here, and it's you got to watch yourself to not get too carried away and just pace yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, thanks for coming up, and we wish you the best of the luck for the rest of the race, and we'll go and see as this action unfolds with the Dayco HPD in the pits.
Cool. Cheers, guys. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, sorry about that, viewers. When we got a lead car up there have a situation like that, I've got to get onto it pretty well much straight away. I did check. There's a Riley sitting there behind that HPD there, Bernie. It also had a problem coming up the mountain, but it was all on its own. So looks like their race is probably done, as well as Reese. I think Reese said they've used all their quick repairs. So I'd say that car is going to be sitting in the pit lane for quite some time, Bernie.
Yeah, definitely. It's just sitting there. The driver has exited the car. It's going to be there for a long, long time, which is so unfortunate. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch exactly what happened because, as per usual, all we got was blank screen. So he may have been having connection issues at the time of that incident, folks.
Yeah, Bernie, I actually got to that one of the few times I could. He was catching up to an ERA rough across Skyline, and he's tried to give him some room, but unfortunately Reese has dived for the same real estate and hit the wall, and you know what those things are like at speed. So little bit of miscommunication there, I think, Bernie, and such a sad shame for that race for those guys. They've definitely put the effort in today. Yeah,
that was that might have been Brenton O'Brien in the 399 rough, but fortunately his car is continuing without any extra damage on that vehicle.
Yeah, but it looks like we've got a change for the lead. It looks like Scott is up into first place now in front of the JFF boys, with Nathan driving that now. So, but they've hit a bit of lap traffic here at the moment across the top of the mountain, so we'll be back on for Young and Gold going down Conrod. Yeah, definitely, and I'm not having any luck with these replays. But anyway, Scott Connors has taken the lead from Nathan Leskinen at the moment in Class A. Great job. So the battle continues. Yeah, Benny, doing a great job up here, aren't they? These two teams, I think they had issues last time at Daytona. So, look, the boys are really turning it on today, and good on them. You know, persistence pays off, and they're doing a good job here. Yeah, definitely, and some 22 seconds down is Martin Davis in the Oz New Zealand HPD entry there. So another team that's been up there during this part of the broadcast anyway, and still circulating. If my memory serves me well, Benny, they had a few issues there at Daytona with some of the lake traffic, so it's good to see them up there this time, Bernie, and having a good clean run. Yeah, definitely, and we'll just take everyone through the class order at the moment, because we're almost at the 5:30 mark when you go to have your nana nap, Adrian. Yeah, mate, I'll go and have a nap and refresh the batteries so we can come back and call it till late at night, I suppose you could say. And it should be interesting, mate. Yeah, so at the moment, folks, Scott Connors is leading Class A in front of Nathan Leskinen in the HPDs. Martin Davis is third. Reese Gardner at the moment is sitting in fourth, but as you saw, that car is absolutely trashed and is probably the end of their race. Leading Class B at the moment is Dean O'Brien in the
One Performance Racing Riley. He's at least a lap ahead of his nearest competitor for that event. Leading Class C at the moment is Simon Black in the BMW, then followed by Paul Mansell in second, Damien Carr in third. They're all on the same lap, and then Richard Stemenkovic is running second at the moment in Class B.
Yeah, Bernie, those top three guys in Class C there are all close together, so hopefully they can keep racing and are up there when we come back later on this evening.
Yeah, that's right, and it looks like Class B again this round. We saw this in Daytona where we only really had two Rileys running in that, but again, it looks like it's a fairly dominant performance. With I've forgotten the name of the person driving that flipping car. Dean O'Brien, sorry, with at least a lap ahead.
Yeah, Benny, yeah, I know where you're coming from, so it's all good. I think this 2 hours has certainly drained us, so I think we should have a rest and come back and try and get through the last 2 hours tonight.
Yeah, this happened last time too, didn't it? We can tell when it's time for us to have a break, folks, because I start gibbering and Adrian starts laughing at me. So we'll be back at 8 o'clock tonight, folks, and we'll be covering the end of this. So you'll get the last 2 hours of the race and then hopefully some race interviews after that. So I hope you've enjoyed part 2 of our telecast. And on behalf of Adrian Jarvis, I'm Bernie Wiemers, and you've been watching RRTV.